Okay, so we're starting this one. We have the metallic silver, shimmering silver, true blue, baby blue, orange flame, Tuscan red, and zinc, which is another metallic color by Americana. So Artist Loft is always my white and black brand. I do use, as a pouring medium, I do use Elmer's glue just because it kind of helps as a binder for the paint because you add so much water. So it does kind of help because I do tend to have my paints pretty thin. They react a lot better with each other when they're a little bit thinner. So I would say more close to like I want to say like a milk consistency, but maybe just a little bit thicker than like milk. So then I'm just pouring my puddles where I want them. I have 3 colors for each side, so I tried to do 3 puddles for each side. This is going to be a split. Blues on the left and the orange and red on the right, kind of like a fire and ice. I'm using the darker silver, the zinc, with the fire side, and then the lighter silver on the ice side. And here, just thinning out my black a little bit. It was a little too thick. It does tend to get thicker the longer it sits. And using black very sparingly because black does tend to take over. And I don't want a lot of black. I just kind of want, just a hint of the black in there. So, like I said, very sparingly. And so just pouring on my colors, getting my layers in there. The metallics do react really well. They get a lot of those, you can see on the first center with the orange and the dark zinc on there. You can see some of the effects it was already creating against the white. And so just on with the layers, trying to keep them in order, which if I try to go too fast, I will mess those up. That's why I don't like to talk during my videos, because I like to concentrate and I kind of plan these out ahead of time how I want them, which doesn't always, come out to exactly how you expected them, because these paintings kind of have a mind of their own, which, is one of the things I really like about them. So I did, my first split canvas piece I did on a small one just to test it out, and I really liked it, so I wanted to do a larger piece. I kind of changed the colors just a little bit, just used different blues and different, orange and red. And as you can see, this was a redo on the painting because the plastic that you see over the table kind of went up over my first painting, so I had to, and messed it up, so I had to scrape it off. And here I'm just recreating the exact same thing, same colors. I was just more careful to keep that plastic tucked down so that wouldn't happen again. So then I usually use my finger to run through. It connects the colors and kind of helps them create extra effects. But I didn't want to use my finger. It's, a lot bigger, so I used the end of a paintbrush to kind of run through it so I didn't make any mud. I didn't want to make any mud out of it, so usually wouldn't run through this much either, but I decided to just go with it. And here we'll start to move, trying to keep those colors on their sides, and still move the colors around together to get those effects. moving them around really does help with the effects. If you don't move it enough, you don't cover the canvas, but you also, don't get that paint to react with each other, the paint colors to react real well. So, and you can see some little effects start to happening almost immediately. With this particular painting, the effects did happen over time, over a long period of time, very slowly. So I did a time lapse, and here, and you can kind of see, I like the orange, how it bloomed up down the center into the ice side a little bit. And so like I said, you can see it blooming so slowly you almost can't really tell that it's happening. And then so now we'll have the picture, the finished dried picture. Some really neat effects. The webbing, which is like the white where it does like the lightning kind of look. I call it webbing. I don't know what else to call it. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with this piece. I like how the red stayed in there and it turned out really well. So I will list the colors that I used in the description if you're interested. You can message me, or I definitely look forward to hearing what everybody thinks. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.